Thank you, Secretary Duffy. You're doing a fantastic job. I'm over here. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And we're all proud of the work you're doing. I want to ask you about the two-person rule on railroads, and I want to ask you about the DOGE efforts within your department or agency. But first, I want to ask a very simple question. So Mike Gold, who is a former NASA administrator, he's come to Congress, he's spoken to us on the topic of UAPs. And he said that NASA has untold numbers of videos and photos and things that could be turned over to the public or like a private agency or a nonprofit to comb through for using artificial intelligence to identify things. Would you be willing to work with me to make that happen?
So I'm happy to work with you. Again, today is my first official day, but I've spent it with all of you. I'm having a classified briefing on Friday over at NASA. Again, this is, I think, not just you, but I think America wants to know. Mm-hmm. I'd like to get more information, but obviously I'll coordinate and communicate with you as I get into the role.
Thank you. Okay, regarding the two-man rule on the federal railroads, you know, this was put in under the Biden administration, despite the fact that the NTSB did research and said that there's no differences for safety. The FRA also said the data does not support this rule. In your opinion, was the Biden rule misguided?
Listen, I think this issue's been studied by the Vice President, J.D. Vance. He was supportive. Again, I think as technology evolves, if we can have autonomous vehicles, maybe at one point, that's on roads and this is on a track.
I agree.
You might be able to get to that point, but as of now, I'm supporting the two-man crew. But I do think there's opportunities for technological advancement. We can't live in the horse and buggy age. We have to move forward with technology.
Yeah.
And this improves cost and safety.
That's right. My final question is, tell me about DOGE. Your office, you worked with the DOGE committee. Can you highlight some successes of that effort?
So we're looking for efficiency in government, which is what this is not like a jobs agency. This is about deliverables. And so if we can do more with less, that leaves us more money for the projects that people care about. And what's happened with DOGE is some really brilliant minds who would never give their time to government, never. They were willing to come in and go, I'll help out. I'll help make my government work better.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't we take the best minds, some of the brightest minds, to help us figure out that's a wasteful contract. You could do this way differently and save this much money. For a simple example, I don't know if in your offices you all have phones. How often do you use your telephone in your office, on your desk?
My staff do, but I don't.
I don't. So we pulled most of the phones out of DOT. It was like was it $10 million that we saved on telephones that we don't use? Everyone uses a cell phone. Now, if you got to call us on a landline, you can call FRA, you can call FAA, but there's so many places that we waste money, and it's not how much money we spend, it's how much do we deliver for the American people, and I think sometimes that gets lost in the conversation. We're not about spending money, we're about delivering, and that's what we focused on, and I'm grateful for that team and the insight they provided to us to make us more efficient and more responsive to the American people.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I yield back.